Hello YouTube and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan. Once again bringing you my thoughts and review from last week's episode of Legion Season 1 Chapter 6, or Episode 6 if you want to call it. And in this episode, pretty trippy episode because basically the entire group, Dan and everybody else, David and Chelsea and their team, if you want to call it that, basically got back into the asylum that they were in where we first met them. Fortunately, it wasn't exactly the asylum they thought it was, because in this is because of David's other personality, his so-called best friend, the girl. She basically trapped them inside his mind, and now they're in some kind of asylum twilight zone, if you want to call it that. I mean, everything seems to be like, the way that it used to be, how, all the orderly people there, the way that they always get treated, but also it feels like they can't even get out of there. And David doesn't know what's going on. He's trapped in there thinking like, I'm still crazy. I'm just going to continue being locked up here and I got to do it. And then Sydney, she thinks, listen, something's going on, we got to get out of here. And she's stuck with it. And of course you got some moments in this episode where David's friend, I can't remember her name, I apologize, she basically plays a therapist, if you will, and basically questions everybody, and they go, why are you here, what are you doing here, what's your purpose, do you feel like you're crazy, all that stuff. And she's pretty nuts in the head if you really think about it. Gorgeous, but pretty nuts. But yeah, creepy episode, gotta say, because honestly, being locked up in a mental asylum, it's gotta be creepy enough. But seeing it in a Twilight Zone mix, we had it last week's episode also kind of in the same vibe in The Flash with the Speed Force, so that was kind of creepy. But this takes it to a whole another level because I don't know, it felt like David and the team couldn't comprehend what was going on because it felt so real to them, so they couldn't even use their powers. They couldn't even sense what's going on. But Chelsea herself, Sydney, she basically was starting to figure out, because little things here and there started to put together. If she bit something, like a piece of food, it became bugs and stuff like that. And then she started hallucinating certain other things that could be real, could not be real. And that's basically what we're up to. Now, apparently, in tonight's episode, we're going to find out why are they still in there and how they're going to get out. Because, honestly, they're still trapped in there, and hopefully they can get out. Like I said, I enjoyed it. Very cool episode. Very trippy, if you will. Very dark as well. Still confusing in some points, but if you really watch it, you can pretty much understand it. And yes, there's still a lot of talking, not enough action here, but you know what? What can you do? It's not exactly a perfect show, but it's fun. Maybe eventually we'll get some action, but right now, it's just one of those psychological kind of trippy things, It's like watching Inception without action in it, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think it was a cool episode to see what it was. I'm looking forward to seeing tomorrow night's episode. Who knows what's going to happen there. But yeah, so leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. And if you guys not getting my notifications about these reviews, click that little bell. It'll help. Thank you and have a good day.